Hey guys, Chris here from Gluon, and today I was inside the Gluon app, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you guys some of the features, definitely related directly to diagnostic trouble codes and how Gluon plans to really connect the automotive community to the consumer by buying parts, by looking at service centers in their local area, by bidding out those jobs. There's some really cool features within this app that I think that a lot of you would really appreciate. So I'm going to stream this from my smartphone to a larger display here, so that way it's easier for me to talk about. This is a rough, straight off the cuff video for you guys to check out, so I hope you appreciate it, and thanks for tuning in. Alright everybody, basically I'm now inside the Gluon app. Here's where you would have the OBD2 Gluon device plugged in. It will automatically read the VIN number, the year, the make, and the model. It's got a bunch of options for telling you at the very top there, you know, the voltage of your battery, the firmware version of your device, and also the name of your tool. So at the bottom, that's where you see these little icons, and they will be illuminated when you are ready to use the device. I'm going to go into the one down here that looks like an engine, second in from the left. I just clicked on that. We look at the various tuners that have tunes specific for your vehicle. You can click on like the top one here, and this is where you would get specifics about the tune. You would install the tune. You can look at video information, or any type of marketing material would be here from that specific provider. Over here is the gauge functionality. I've done other videos regarding this. You can sync via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. And here's where you would look at your gauges. On this display we have RPM, we have speed. You could click on the gauge in the middle and you can change that. You want to look at coolant temperature and monitor that in your area, intake air temp, MAF voltage, any type of sensor on the network. This would be fantastic. This is where you'd click on it and it would show the monitoring or the data plots there. This is good for troubleshooting certain things on the network, or mechanical pieces or sensors or anything within the network. This is a fantastic tool, not only for tuners but consumers that are doing diagnostic work or just wanting to look at really cool things on an iPad or their smartphone within their vehicle. A lot of cars these days don't come with like boost gauges. Some of this information isn't available to them, so it might be nice to look at. I'm going to go ahead and click on these little tools down here on the bottom, and this is what I really wanted to talk about today, was the DTC report, which is Diagnostic Trouble Codes, and I wanted to show you an example of the ability of our tool and the Gluon network. Right, so in this section of the app, this is where the Diagnostic Trouble Code would be stored. And here on this example we have a P0301, a P0134, and a P0455. These are emission codes. Diagnostic trouble codes that could get triggered due to a part that's failed, or, I mean, multiple things. But I'm going to go and click on P0301 at the top, and that directly leads me right into recommended parts specifically for that trouble code. These cars are getting more complex, and they tend to direct you specifically to a part that it could be, and that's what we're simply doing. We're recommending products that could be potentially triggering that code. I think a lot of independent part specialists or independent service repair centers are going to be very happy with this functionality, because it allows them to forecast for products at an independent repair facility. It allows them to look at codes ahead of time before the car actually arrives, and we'll go into that a little bit more in detail here in a second. So let's say on the top one you've got a misfire code, and it's showing ignition coil at the top specific for that vehicle. I'm going to click on it, and there it automatically comes up with the ability for the consumer to buy the product. If this was an independent repair center that popped up, they would be able to buy it from that source, or an auto parts facility nearby. The ability to find the product specific to their vehicle would be endless, especially when we start networking with those parts retailers and wholesalers and independent repair facilities around the world. So this would be a great example here. You can add it to your cart, you can purchase it. It's got all the cross-reference numbers, the SKU number specific for your vehicle. Going back here, bring up all the independent repair facilities, all the auto parts stores in your general area that would be able to service a customer. Right here we've got a couple examples. Hardware has got GPS built into it, so this is where connecting the automotive community really comes in handy. where we would be able to show the customer exactly the nearest place to get their car serviced or worked on. This is also something where if you did get a diagnostic trouble code and it got sent out to various independent repair shops, that's where they can all compete for the job or the repair order. Click on the top one here, it would show parts and labor, what parts they would be using. So here, if I'm in this particular independent service, basically I would click on it again, go into it, and it would show me here where you could call them direct, you could get directions, you'd be able to click on the button schedule an appointment down here, and that particular service center would be able to log you into a specific time slot to work on your vehicle, and they're going to be informed right up front because they know what type of job that they're getting into based off of the trouble code that's already been provided to them. This is where we really connect all the people in your local area. Especially if you have an independent repair facility that you're working with, they're going to have your device registered and monitoring your vehicle. They'll be notified if there's an issue. That way we're getting the consumer and the independent repair to work together. These are all abilities within the Gluon roadmap and the device. The device has got all these features built into it with Bluetooth, cellular service. It's got Wi-Fi, 3G, 4G, LTE, an accelerometer built into it. It's got GPS. So this is how we're connecting everybody together. And the really cool thing is that when we talk about blockchain, blockchain is able to take all of these services and keep them together and store records. So even if you have a car that's going to a shop and we're storing its maintenance history, or we're storing its service history, we can even get way more granular with that. The options are endless with blockchain as a service, and we really want to be able to store those records. We're looking at doing smog testing, EPA testing within fleet management services. All of that is going to tie into blockchain one way or another, which is a fantastic extension to connecting the automotive community, and that's exactly what Gluon is doing. Hope you guys like this portion of the app. I'll be following up with other videos, but thought this would be a really cool thing to show you guys. Hope you're having a good day.